Thank you. Welcome to, again, another presentation regarding discrimination at the mobility. And my name is Delane Grant. Okay, I hope you're finding my journey here really interesting. These are facts, not made up. Okay, thank you. Again, Bell Mobility, location, Mississauga, Ontario. Worked there for 20 years, fired from my job with an injury and without severance pay, 26 days. Within 26 days, okay? 2017. The medical system delayed my recovery. All along, I didn't realize that Manulife had a very important role to play, all right? This is why there has been a delay. I was sent back to work in my condition after I saw Dr. James Chang on August 8, 2016, 2 months. Eventually diagnosed with decavin tendinosynovitis, I was off work effective September 7, 2016. Dr. James Chang had made no recommendation or of a referral to see a specialist, and my injury, let me read that over. Eventually diagnosed with decavin tendinosynovitis, I was off work effective September 7, 2016. Dr. James Chang had made no recommendation of a referral to see a specialist for my injured right hand 3 months. Dr. James Chang did not complete a Form 8 required by law. Visited the office of Dr. James Chang on September 15, 2016 to complete the BC 1935 form for Manulife Insurance and was informed that I would be contacted with a date to see a specialist. 2 weeks later, I contacted the office of Dr. James Chang about a specialist, but was told that they had been unsuccessful. Dr. James Chang made no attempt to have my right hand examined. Since visited the office of Dr. James Chang on October 13, 2016 to obtain a requisition for physiotherapy. While I waited to see a specialist, I was informed by Dr. James Chang that they were still unsuccessful in obtaining a specialist, which I would have been notified. Right, 4 months wait. Injured since June 2016 and waited 4 months, October 16 to start physio, and there was a 2 weeks delay in my physiotherapy session at Quality Care. A lot of things went on. I left that out because I just want to get to the point where Bell Mobility is concerned. So please feel free to pause and read. I will go in more detail with the medical system after. Okay, thank you. Again, I have included this section and I have already went through it on my previous slide. Okay, there was a delay. Now it's time to see Dr. Handelsman, January 2017. Okay. So on 26th of January 2017, I saw Dr. Handelsman. And I think the visit was good, because he did confirm a positive Finkelstein test to confirm decavin tendinosynovitis, right? And then he also indicated that both patients had right decavin tendinosynovitis, clinically supported by ultrasound. Yes, ultrasound by the walk-in clinic. I will deal with that section in more details. All right. Okay. So just as you know, I will deal with this section in a different presentation. Okay. Thank you. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you if you wish. After saw Dr. Handelsman, I was sent to Sunnybrook Hospital for the cortisone injection. During that time, Manulife Insurance was forcing me back to work. So on January 31st, I got this letter that I should return to work with my swollen, painful right hand. Okay, and February 6th. Okay. That was my email from Manulife Insurance. Dr. Handelsman got the same, on February 2nd, when he got the same letter from Manulife to Dr. Handelsman to agree with my return to work for February 6th. Dr. Handelsman said no, and I guess he gave a note. Okay. Please feel free to pause and read. Thanks. And interestingly, okay, so Dr. Andersman got this letter February 2nd, right? But my return to work on February 6, 2017, and he said no. Then I was scheduled to be at the Sunnybrook Hospital for February 15th, right? Money Life wouldn't have it at all. For me to be off work. So what Money Life did, they from this letter, they included some other information. And as you can see here, I extracted it for you. It says, please note that in order to approve the absence on short-term disability benefits, the employee has to be considered as totally disabled from performing her job tasks despite the accommodation offered by the employer. And 2, return to work week of March 7, 2017. And 3, working at a slower pace, allowing the employee to work with her left hand only. Dr. Andersman still responded, no, I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. And no empathy. Can you imagine? Want me back to work to use my left hand. Wow. Okay. My rights violated there, eh? Okay. I was surprisingly sent back to work by Dr. Handelsman. I realized Dr. Handelsman, I could pick it up, that Dr. Handelsman was under pressure from Manual Life Insurance Company. So Dr. Handelsman, word of mouth, said to me, I should go back to work, return to work, use my hand, and I'll be off again. I didn't like that decision because I know my company. As long as doctors send me back to work, they wouldn't care less. You understand? So I did not agree, but I didn't say it out loud. I, obedient again, went back to work. All along, I'm being obedient, following the doctor's instructions, okay? This is swelling, and it goes all the way up to my elbow. This is decorative tendinosynovitis, okay? That's it. So this is me at work on the 15th of March, okay? I obtained a lawyer, okay, Adrian Nicolini, on April 10, 2017. A lot happened in between, and we will get to that after, okay? A lot happened. Okay, my benefits had ceased while I was at work, so I couldn't do physio and all that. A lot has happened, but we'll get to that presentation, okay, soon. Oh, by the way, sorry, Workplace Safety Insurance Board. I forgot to mention that I was denied by WSIB, Workplace Safety and Insurance Board. They are the ones, because I was injured on the job, right? The mobility provided false information, so I was denied. That is why I had to get the lawyer, okay? But I have all those information in another presentation. I'm just dealing with bed mobility in this presentation, okay? Thank you. Here again, I have all this in another presentation. On May 15th, I was left on my own by the doctors, eh? No appointment, no follow-up and all that. And as you can see me here, at my desk using an ice pack, I'm working and trying to apply therapy here because I couldn't go to physio anymore because benefit had ceased, eh? Wow. And my doctor here in May, I went to him to ask him to refer me to a new specialist. I need a second opinion, but I was refused by my doctor. I was refused. He said that Dr. Handelsman, I just started with him, and he's good for up to a year, so I had to go back to him. Okay, so he wrote here, May 15, right hand is still hurting, right wrist still swollen, as you can see here. Okay, please feel free to pause and read. Refused by the medical doctors and WSIB. Bed mobility ignored my injury. Placed full time in my regular position. Oh wow. A lot went on between May and September. May and September. Yes. And I will get to that. How the doctors did me wrong. Okay? So, although here it will be explained in my other presentation too regarding the medical doctors, even up to September 16, Great Lakes Medical told me they gave me this little note here with the name, physiatrist. I was told to have my doctor refer me to a physiatrist. As a matter of fact, Dr. James Chang refused, He refused. I was denied. Here I am at work, 7 months at work with injury, forced to use my left hand at work. I was also in pain. Can you see my hand? Swollen. Okay, this was the 2nd of October 2017. I was off work because now I was in pain, I was in pain, and I was off work on October 13th, right? And as the Great Lakes indicated, decovein tendinitis. For each time when we're off work, Bell Mobility has changed a lot of its policy for us who try to get the union. So if we're a lot of things have changed. So if we're off work even for one day, right, we have to get a doctor's note. Okay, I would not be able to get a doctor's note if I had gone to my family doctor, because normally his appointment would be like days or weeks later. So I had to go to the walk-in clinic. All right, this is again, I took this was a Sunday. I was at church, yes, and I took it on 15th of October. Yeah, see my hand still swollen. Okay. Here I am at work, 19th of October 2017. Okay, and I'm working. I have the splint on. Can you see my right hand here with the splint? Okay, and I'm there typing away with the left hand, and the work is very demanding. Okay, and as I said, hours of work, we're there for 7.5 hours. All right, 2 15-minute breaks, so we are working for 7 hours. All right. I had informed my supervisor of pain in my right hand, right, and I was forced to take notes during a 2-hour training session to return full time because of what the doctors did. Yeah, I had to return full time to my position. So here the supervisor, right, although I told him that my hand was aggravated because I was taking notes that day, I was off work the following day, right? I was ignored since I was expected to perform October 70% of the work, then 80%, then 90%, and then in January 100% with my left hand. Right hand was still swollen and in pain. Bell Mobility showed no empathy at all, no accommodation. Both hands were now in pain. Both hands were in pain. Right, as I told you, I'm not left-handed, so I was still in an awkward position. So I was in pain. If you can read, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Off work again, October 25th, 2017. Both hands were now in pain. All right. I was left, as I did make mention, use left hand. I'm using my left hand, compensating all along, right, since September 7, 2016, from when I was off work, because I was told I should not use my right hand because of the severity of my injury, Okay. On the 26th of October, I got this doctor's note. No, rather, on the 31st of October, I went to Dr. James Chang, and he backdated this note to October 26th because his office was closed on the 25th of October. But this note was also presented to my supervisor. Just bringing this to your attention, I will explain in my presentation regarding the medical system. Thank you. Provided updates to the WSIB lawyer Adrian Nicolini during the year 2017 while I waited. Adrian Nicolini stated that he did not wish to be involved with the medical system. Can you imagine? And then I'm unable to use both hands. I was off work again. Manulife Insurance Company provided false information about our conversation to build mobility, which resulted in a seize of my salary effective November 1st. Benefits were also seized on October 10, 2017. No physio for my injured right hand. Please feel free to pause and read. And yeah, I thought this lawyer would have really represented me regarding, the mistreatment by the doctors, but he said he didn't want to be involved. However, he decided to speak to Manulife on my behalf because I was being mistreated by Manulife Insurance. Okay. I finally was able, because of the mistreatment by the medical doctors, what said put me back to work in a full-time position. I had to ask Dr. Chang. I had to say, Doc, I need to get a new I need to get another opinion, and that's when I was sent to Dr. Silverberg. And Dr. Silverberg stated here that there was, when he examined me and he asked the appropriate questions and all that, right? There was stress pain at 90 degree of abduction of the left shoulder and tenderness at the left lateral epicondyle or something like that. And then he also stated this patient has post-traumatic right wrist decurvating tenosynovitis as a result of vigorous repetitive use of the right hand at her job between May and September 2016 and again in October 2017. We discussed a cortisone injection. Yes, you know what, I will get into that in my other presentation, but letting you know that there's something wrong with both hands this time, but I was being forced back to work. Okay, so at this time, what Manulife did, seize my salary in November, and I wasn't getting benefits from April, so I actually was being set up to be fired from my job, as if I abandoned my job when I had two injured hands. All right, I'm going over to the next slide for 2018. So please see me over there. Okay, thank you for your time. Okay.